Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Well, Bitcoin is seeing a bit of action right now, guys. Right now I have Bitcoin on the hourly, and check that out right there. Over the last hour or so, Bitcoin reached a high of about 58,400. We are looking to surpass this resistance level up here of about 59,000 per BTC. And then once we can breach that, the next stop looks to be all-time high. That is the next major level of resistance anyway, at 64,800 per BTC. So some positive movement for Bitcoin, as you guys can see over the last several days. Bitcoin has been making higher lows, and we're trying to make higher highs, so this is going to be what we need to break through. I mean, we might see some resistance, in and around here, and possibly in and around here. But ultimately, this is the tough nut to crack right up here, all-time high, 64,800, 64,900, ultimately 65,000 per BTC. And what's going on with XRP, guys? Well, I'm going to bring up the XRP chart. Last night we did see some movement for XRP. It did hit an intraday high of about $1.76, $1.77 give or take. Right now XRP trading at about $1.66. And you guys can see for XRP, we're also, moving up this trend, making higher lows. And it's already made a higher high, it's looking like, in the hourly. That was the last high there. We got a high there. Now we've made this high last night. And so what's the story for XRP? Well, we got to get above the $1.96 mark. I'm going to throw a Fibonacci on here just to show you guys what we now have to contend with. So it looks like we went straight through the 0.702. That would be this level here, and found some resistance at the 0.786. Now retracing back to the 702. So again, it's going to be interesting where we go next and how long it's going to take for this to happen. Michael at Val5Links brought this to my attention. Hundreds of US banks will soon allow customers to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts. All right, this coming from the NYDIG. As reported by CNBC, so Bitcoin may be taking another step towards mainstream adoption. For the first time, customers of some US banks will soon be able to buy, hold, and sell Bitcoin through their existing accounts. All right, so you do not even have to set anything else up in order to buy Bitcoin and hold it in your traditional bank account. This is how easy they're making it for customers. And when they're making it easy for customers, it's going mainstream. So the company, a subsidiary of the $10 billion New York-based asset manager Stoneridge, has partnered with fintech giant Fidelity National Information Services to enable U.S. banks to offer Bitcoin in the coming months. And this article states that hundreds of banks are already enrolled in the program. This according to Patrick Sells, head of the banking solutions at NYDIG. While the firm is in discussions with some of the biggest U.S. banks, many of the lenders that have agreed to participate are smaller institutions like Suncrest, a California-based community bank with 7 branches. So the big banks obviously jumping on board, realizing this is a good idea, but also these smaller contenders, right? They're in competition with these big banks in a lot of ways, and they need to keep their services at par with the big banks, at least in the most general capacity, meaning in this case cryptocurrency, as it's becoming mainstream. So they're seeing potential here. Here's a quote from Sells. What we're doing is making it simple for everyday Americans and corporations to be able to buy Bitcoin through their existing banking relationships. If I'm using my mobile application to do all of my banking, now I have the ability to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin. Of course, they are mentioning Bitcoin in this article because it is the most popular cryptocurrency. I'm sure this is going to eventually roll out to many different cryptocurrencies. So we just got to keep an eye on this. Again, though, another step in the right direction for mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, getting the masses being able to participate in the crypto market by allowing them to hold Bitcoin in their traditional accounts, not even having to open up some kind of weird crypto account that they have to contend with. People just want this to be easy, and the banks are making it easy for them to do just that. Wrath of Kahneman, guys, posted this. Cool to see this in development. This is from Trustline, guys. Here's a demo of a mobile payment using Ore. The Ore was borrowed from Probity and transferred to the XRPL. If the Ore balance is insufficient for payments, you'll be able to borrow Ore against your XRP balance in real time. And so just wanted to show you guys this little demo. This is coming soon. So let me just play this from the beginning. Just a quick demo through this app here. You guys can see XRP, about $100 balance in XRP, and Ore down here. So just showing you guys how this app works. Trustline account, so you just type in the amount here, 5 Ore, and you can send it to whoever you want. Sending 5 Ore to Chris. And there we go, payment success. Just as easy as that, right? Using your XRP to do so, obviously transferred through the XRPL. Wanted to thank WKAHNEMAN for sharing this on Twitter. And this posted by El Crypto King, Ripple partner Bitso becomes the first crypto unicorn in Latin America. So, you know Bitso, they are the Mexican ODL partner, and Forbes has now reported that they are the first crypto unicorn in Latin America. Now, the market cap of the exchange has surpassed $2.2 billion after it secured a $250 million Series C investment funding round. And here is a tweet from Bank XRP embedded in this article. With regards to that investment round, the Series C funding was led by Cotu and Tiger Global Giants. The current valuation of $2.2 billion has made it one of the largest fintechs in Latin America, but the only crypto unicorn there so far. Last year, the company received $62 million in a Series B round of investment. Largest crypto unicorn in Latin America, and no coincidence that they are a Ripple ODL partnered exchange. You know, Ripple only goes with the biggest and best around the world as liquidity providers. Of course, you know, they need the infrastructure there. They need to know that these guys can handle the volume. The last thing you want is an exchange not to be able to have that volume for you when you need it. I know I've told this story on this channel before. The exchange shall remain nameless. Actually, they're out of business now. But anyway, I was buying some XRP in 2018, and it wasn't even a lot, guys. It was about 2,000 or 3,000 XRP, 1,000. I don't even remember what the amount was. And I wanted to transfer it to my Ledger Nano S, and what they told me was, I'm sorry, sir, we cannot facilitate this. It was right after I bought it, okay? They said, I'm sorry, we cannot facilitate this transfer. We do not have enough XRP on hand to perform this transaction for you. I said, you don't have 2,000 or 3,000 XRP back there? No, we don't. Suffice it to say, that was the last time I used that exchange. That's not a good sign when an exchange doesn't have the crypto to cover your transfer. Be very, very frightened. Okay, want to keep moving though. This from Michael at Val5 Links. 79.6 million XRP have been moved in the last 20 hours. And we're noticing this XRP spike happening as the price is rallying. So clearly, there are people on the sidelines looking to, you know, cash out of some of these positions. And, you know, in a lot of cases, some will use XRP to transfer back to their native exchange. So that liquidity needs to be there. So this happened to the fifth largest cryptocurrency, XRP, when it rose to $1.76 peak earlier today after a more than 15% increase. The coin did not hold there for long. And XRP is now trading right now, here it says $1.64, but as of the recording of this video, it's trading at $1.67. Earlier this week, we did see Ripple send XRP to the Huobi exchange, and there was another exchange. It was an American exchange, so I thought that that was something of note. And now we're seeing Bittrex, Ripple's ODL corridor Bitstamp, and major Turkish crypto exchange BTC Turk have wired the rest of the 79.6 million XRP. So it's interesting to see these exchanges receiving this XRP, as we know it is one of the fastest, most efficient ways to transfer your crypto. And, you know, personally, it's happening to me right now. If I'm exchanging altcoins on Binance and they're not available on my home exchange, for the on-ramps and off-ramps, I use another exchange. And so what I will do is I will quickly trade the altcoin to XRP, send the XRP back to my native exchange, and then cash out that way. It's actually a lot quicker to do it that way, and the fees are so low. And I think a lot of people have caught on to this. XRP is so fast, so affordable, and so efficient, just overall so efficient. You can move it like that and get the money in the bank. Great news there. Wanted to thank Michael at Val5 Links for posting that. Another one here, guys, from Jeff. And so Rosie Rios apparently only had 1,000 followers yesterday, and Jeff said he followed her at that point in time. This was just yesterday, 24 hours ago, and look at how many followers she has now, over 13,800 followers in a 24-hour period. Amazing. So this video was actually posted 6 months ago, before the SEC lawsuit even came down. And listen to what she says here. I'm just going to play you this real quick.
Mostly I've been spending my time on a couple of areas. I was working on a very large development project in San Francisco, along with working on my nonprofit Empowerment 2020, and also on the speaking circuit.
Notice she says she was working on a very large development project in San Francisco. He links the full video down here. Again, 6 months before the SEC lawsuit was dropped. I'm sure that this was not a hastily made decision for Rosie Rios to jump on board the Ripple train. Again, the 43rd Treasurer of the United States, now working at Ripple Labs. A lot of people making some great observations. I did a video on this yesterday. I'll link it up here if you guys didn't catch it. You know, This is big. This is a big deal, guys. She used to work for the Treasury. Her signature is on the US dollar. And now she works for Ripple. All right? How can we pass this off as anything other than the wheels being set in motion, plans within plans? This is all coming to a head. Ripple has obviously got a lot of influence in this space, no doubt. And, at the beginning, I was a little skeptical. And by the beginning, I mean, when I first got into this space. And over the years, I've just been building this, trove of information that, just pointing to all the right places. We've got Ripple in the central banks. We've got Ripple in the IMF, the BIS, the World Bank, even the World Economic Forum and the Great Reset Initiative. As much as we think, boy, that's scary, the double-edged sword to that is that Ripple and XRP likely going to be part of this. And now Ripple's got Rosie Rios, a heavy hitter on board as part of their team. So I wanted to thank Jeff ISO_XRP here on Twitter for posting that. And just to my point, guys, this is from Real XRP Boy here on Twitter. This is a virtual currencies document, Emerging Regulatory Law Enforcement and Consumer Protection Challenges. This from the GAO.gov website. Okay, and these guys have been talking about Ripple and XRP since 2014. This document was from 2014. FinCEN and the SEC have hosted meetings with industry representatives and consultants to discuss how virtual currency systems such as Bitcoin and Ripple work with what legal, regulatory, technological, and law enforcement issues they present. These agencies have invited officials from other federal agencies to these sessions. So just more, right? As early as 2014, they were talking about Ripple and XRP. One of the more prominent examples is XRP, which is used within a decentralized payment system called Ripple. And take a look at that. They're even calling it decentralized as early as 2014 as well. Ripple allows users to make peer-to-peer transfers in any currency. A key function of XRP is to facilitate the conversion from one currency to another. For example, if a direct conversion between Mexican pesos and Thai baht is not available, the pesos can be exchanged for XRP, and then the XRP for baht. As of May 31st, 2014, the total value of XRP was $878 million. That's, of course, when the market cap was a lot lower. Wanted to thank Real Boy XRP for pointing us to that. Again, an official government document, the United States Government Accountability Office, report to the Committee on Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs in the U.S. Senate. So, I think all these things are connected personally. I think that Ripple has been on the radar of governments, central banks for a while now. It was just a matter of time to implement the infrastructure around it, right? Building the rails. You can't just jump into this willy-nilly. And so, the infrastructure needs to be built around cryptocurrencies. We're already seeing China do it. In the United States, a little slow on the uptick. Nevertheless, I believe it's happening. The court case is going to set a precedent for cryptocurrency regulatory in the United States. I have zero doubt about that. This from El Crypto King. With regards to the lawsuit, so Ripple is actually saying that XRP investors should be allowed to participate in the landmark lawsuit. Ripple's lawyers are now filing a motion supporting several XRP hodlers who attempted to intervene in the case by arguing that the SEC caused the crypto asset to lose billions of dollars in value. Ripple's lawyers said the investors be allowed to participate to an extent. And here's a quote: "As independent hodlers, developers, and users of XRP with no relationship to the defendants, they have a strong and distinct interest in the regulatory status of XRP. Defendants support the named movements' participation in the case. Although defendants oppose movements' motion to intervene to represent a putative class, the court should permit them to participate as amici, I think that is, with elevated rights, or as interveners with limited rights." The motion also blames the SEC for massive losses. Merely by alleging its novel theory, the SEC imposes billions of dollars in immediate losses on third-party XRP hodlers, dried up XRP liquidity in the United States, and chilled third parties from continuing to develop applications for XRP. So, Ripple clearly stating a case as to why this SEC lawsuit was actually causing more damage than good, ironically, considering they are the body that is supposed to be protecting the investors. They're not doing it. All right, it's kind of a farce. At the end of the day, and a lot in the XRP community are even saying, this is just a comedy show. When will this be over? I can't believe this is even happening. Well, will it be ending sooner rather than later? New information has come to our attention, guys. Let me go over some of this. So Stephen Bull Dieppe posted this originally. So this means Gary Gensler has approved this. The new chairman is not as nice as you think. And so Gary Gensler, what he's talking about, has approved the new trial lawyers be entered into this case. So I'm just going to go over to this tweet here from Tyler, and there's a document here from Court Listener that mentions that order granted for motion for Benjamin Hanauer to appear, and also Robert McDonald Moy. So let me just bring this up. Martin Volk also brought this to my attention. He highlights specifically Robert McDonald Moy to appear pro hack Vice. So some new lawyers jumping onto this case. And so what does this mean? Martin Volk asking, is the SEC looking to settle? A lot of people just kind of speculating as to what this actually means. Maybe he is. So jungling down here, ladies and gentlemen, you may want to load up on XRP. Look up the new attorney the SEC is bringing up. They specialize in negotiating settlements for the SEC. I think this stupid situation may be coming to an end. And so he's actually looking at Moy's LinkedIn profile here, which states, I help conclude complex investigations, provide advice to SEC senior officials regarding charging decisions, and negotiate settlements. So does this mean specifically that these guys are looking to settle, getting Robert McDonald Moy and Benjamin Hanauer to appear pro hack Vice? Whatever the literal term for that is, if somebody knows, put it down in the comment section. What it means is these guys are going to be included now in the case. So some people suggesting, could they actually just be pivoting? That makes more sense. A little late in the game to be pivoting. XRP got down here saying, I feel like Gary has good intentions. I'm going to give him a chance. I hope he doesn't disappoint. XRP Zen saying, seems like any new person wouldn't want to intentionally sabotage the agency by settling without looking like you've tried to save face. Status quo, in my opinion. The facts tell the story. Angela Oliver down here saying, I think that too many people are expecting Gary Gensler to be different than the previous guy. Not convinced myself. We'll have to wait and see. Crypto Rocket Ship down here saying the SEC is screwed and they know it. Nothing Gary and the extra lawyers can do about it. At this point, the SEC's case is a sinking ship. The captain and its crew members will sink with it. So many different opinions as to what this means. Now, when we look at Jeremy Hogan, this is what he thinks here. Okay, so the SEC is bringing in 2 lawyers from Chicago to assist with the case. The lawyers have 18 and 25 years experience, so these are senior trial lawyers. I would say this means that the SEC is calling in reinforcements. So not looking to get this settled necessarily very quickly, although, just by coincidence, it just so happens that that was part of Robert McDonald Moy's LinkedIn profile. Jeremy Hogan goes on to say it could mean the SEC just needs more help because Ripple is fighting back hard. Or it could mean that someone decided that there needs to be a new lead counsel. My guess, the older Chicago attorney will be the new lead, as you don't need a 25-year lawyer just to help out, quote unquote. Jeff down here responding, it warms my heart to know that the SEC can do whatever they want, sparing no expense, because they are using our tax dollars to fund this royal screwing over of the investors. Oh well. Anders L down here says, I guess it means no settlement is coming in near time. It seems to me they're just trying to cause as much damage as possible to Ripple. So, you know what? Taking this assessment here from Jeremy Hogan sounds very accurate, I suppose. He is a lawyer, of course, and does have experience. So why would they call in, these heavy-hitting lawyers just to help out on the case? The SEC likely knows that the case hasn't been going their way. And so now they need to call in reinforcement, essentially, to fix up the mess that the current legal team has left. I just wanted to go back to Martin Volk's tweet here with regards to Robert Moy's LinkedIn profile, senior trial counsel, and he's worked for the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Again, I litigate cases involving violations of the securities laws in federal district court and in SEC administrative proceedings. These cases include insider trading, investment advisor misconduct, financial accounting fraud, auditing violations, and offering fraud, Ponzi, and affinity fraud schemes. I help conclude complex investigations, provide advice to the SEC senior officials regarding charging decisions, and negotiate settlements. And, he is no stranger to the SEC. He has worked for them. I didn't know how new he was to the case, but clearly he does have some experience working with the SEC in the past. From December of 2005 to present, I'm assuming he works on a contract basis with the SEC. So a potential settlement coming quickly, or just calling in reinforcement to help with the case, or maybe a little bit of both. I mean, no one's saying that it is going to be 100% one way or the other. Maybe the SEC finally realized, look, let's just get in these senior guys. We'll get what we think we can get out of Ripple. We'll have them finalize the settlement since that's their specialty. And you guys know, once we finally do hear what the verdict is, that price is going to go straight up based on the new classification of the XRP token, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.